when we work with videos in Flash, we generally go to File, Import. Now, unlike images and audios, we don't use import to stage or library. There's a separate menu for us to use videos in Flash called Import Video. Now, when you click on Import Video, we get a window pop up where it asks you a few details, like you pick which particular video you want to use for your files. So you can use Browse, find the video file you want to use. Now it tells you that the selected file does not appear to be supported by Flash Player, okay? Because Flash, there are so many video formats like AVI, WMV, there's a QuickTime, movies, and so on. But if this kind of message appears next to you, it's fair enough. You can just say OK, but they tells you that use Adobe Media Encoder. Okay, this encoder is inbuilt when you install Flash, or when you install the plugins with CS4. You make sure it is ticked. Now, it's fine. You just say OK, and before we go next forward, we need to go to Adobe Media Player, which is a button just in the video launch screen. Okay, by clicking on this button, launch the video player, the media encoder. It will ask you to save your document first, so make sure you save your file. I'm saving it in my 1065 Flash folder using video. Saying after encoding, switch back to the Flash and follow the same process. Means once we do that, we need to come back to this select video panel and continue the process. But before we come back here, we need to go back to Adobe Media Encoder. Now it will actually launch the encoder. It's quite small plugin which works with Flash itself. I should launch it now. So there you go. In the tray you can see. The encoder done. There you go. So that's the Adobe Media Encoder. It will show you the selected movie which you have just started from the select video panel. It will show you that video here, which is in the starting panel. But if you don't see that here, you can simply click on Add button, and you can add any video file you may have. Like yesterday, I've given you some of my video which wasn't working, AVI file. So I actually followed this process. I picked that video file, and that video will appear here, which is your source file. Then you can select the format, FLV, F4V. These are the two popular video format which Flash supports. FLV is a Flash video file. Okay. Now, any video you have, which is your source, it will get converted into the FLV file formats. So it will select the default presets. Output file, it will select the same folder as the source, and status is waiting. Now there is a Start Queue button in the panel which you hit, and you can see here it actually start converting and encoding the whole video into FLV file format. It doesn't take that too long. It's quite nice, pretty quick conversion. Now that is it. The status is take. If I'll go back to my folder, you can see that's the Skater movie, which is the original file, and that's the one which is the FLV video file. Now we need FLV file in order to use it in our Flash documents. Okay. When we use FLVs in the Flash files and we upload it on a browser as a part of the website, we must upload this FLV file as well. Otherwise it will say file cannot found, or video, it will just show the streaming lines but not the contents of the video. So externally, this FLV must be uploaded as well as a part of the file. So that's it. It goes in the same destination folder. Now we can go back to Flash. And here we can select on your computer, browse, select the FLV this time. Load external video with the playback component is the best option. You can even embed the FLV file in SWF, but this will increase the file size of your Flash document. So if you choose this option, it will take a long time to download your page itself, because the file is going as, the video is going as a part of the SWF movie. Or import as a mobile device video bundle. Now this is for mainly for the mobile applications. The last option you have is, instead of you browsing and creating SWF, you can actually hire the specialist video streaming services. So if you have a website like YouTube or BBC iPlayer, they don't keep creating single videos in FLV and do SWF files, because they have so many videos. So they basically create FLVs and upload them on a directory which is Flash Video Streaming Services. Now Adobe has its own media streaming server, which is quite good. They will charge you subscription price monthly, whatever, 80 to 100 pounds minimum, I think, depending on how much bandwidth and how much web space you want to use on their server. But it's good, because if you upload your videos on these streaming servers, they will get connected with your website. So at least the download time of your web page will not get affected. Videos will come from their server and pages will come from your hosting server. Okay, but this option is good if you really have more than 50 to 100 videos to show on your website, right? Or e-learning websites and so on. But if you have very few videos, this is not affordable option or even recommended option to use. But I'm going to on my computer, I'm going to load externally, so my FLV will stay outside my SWF. And if I'll say next, it asks you what kind of controls you want to show in the video when it's on the stage. There's a choice for you. It's just like selecting the skin of your video player, like Winamp players for music and or Windows Media players for Windows video files. So you can literally browse through and it can show you the preview on how your controls will look. Okay. Let's say I like that video file, that particular controls. You can change the color of these controls as well, as it gives you the choice. So depending on your website's color scheme, you can choose what kind of color scheme you want to show for your videos as well. Okay. Just like that. So easy. It was so hard to do all of this when it was in CS3 and before. Now with CS4 it is so simple. You just select here, you go next, it shows a summary of all your contents. That's fine, just say finish. You can create meta information so that it can connect FLV with SWF and all of those XML files. And let's see what it does once you finish. There you go. It literally dumps the video. Now this is just a skin. If I go to library, that's a Flash playback, okay, which is just a skin we have selected. The video will be connected through your folder separately. Okay. Now I'll just test my file. Normally what they used to do is, if it's just a video you want to embed in your websites in one of your div, you don't need such a big stage. So you can actually control and keep your videos there. You can apply all these properties of transforming and scaling your video sizes. In the properties it will tell you the dimension, which is 320 by 180. So I can actually change my stage to 320 by 180, and this I can fit into my stage. So when I test this file, to fit your controls as well, you need to add extra height. Let's say we do 210. Test these controls. You can control there's so many controls available for you to add. And then once I have that, I've saved it as FLA. I've tested it. So if I'll go back to my folder, I've got using video SWF. There's a skin, which is a media player style. We are selecting that. Actual FLV video, which is this. And is there any files? No. So when you're gonna use this particular video in one of your Dreamweaver projects, you need to copy all these three and make sure they're present in your website's root folder. Okay, which file you're gonna actually show in the website? In your Dreamweaver, inside your div, which SWF you will add out of these three? Using video. In Dreamweaver, we actually only use one SWF. The other two are externally supported documents. They should be only stay in your root folder, but not should be inside your Dreamweaver page anywhere. Okay. In the websites, we only use using video file. If you're using it as a part of your current iCars project, then you don't need to worry about it. You can just adjust it wherever you want. I will show you a few more settings we can play around with this video. Let's see if I'll go back to original size, and that's the video I have. The video is on its own layer. I can rename the layer as video. Okay. And you can actually use any rectangle or any colors you like, because we know Flash does masking. So I'm going to add a new layer called shape. And on the shape layer, I will simply create some random shapes like that. Okay. Just got 3 rectangular strips in the top layer. If I'll mask it, let me just have another shape here that I cannot see the controls. Right. That's the video layer locked, and that's the shape I'm drawing on top of the video. So if I'll mask the shape layer, you will see the video actually chopped. And then if you test it, now it gives you the control because this is the way of selecting our video we have done. If you want, you can go with the Flash import video again. This time you can select the FLV, and instead of loading externally, you can embed FLV in SWF file itself. When you choose this option, it will embed it as a movie clip. For example, if I use second option now, next, this is the symbol type, a movie clip. It will place it on the stage, finish it off, and I should get a movie clip of video. Now this will not have any controls or a skin. Okay. There you go. That's the video, but this time in terms of, I will delete the video at the back. I'll keep this video here in the video layer, and let's keep this here. Doesn't have any controls. Put it back the locks. test your movie. Now, as it is running, the shape is static, but you can animate the shape as well. So the video will keep playing in the background, and the masking will keep happening on If you want to further modify, you can unlock your shapes. Okay, you can add another rectangle in halfway through. Okay, test your movie. As masking will not affect anything on your contents layer, they're both separate layers. So it's quite versatile effects you can do. Before I stop video, the last effect, if this is a shape, I can simply use text as well. Okay, increase your font sizes. Now to convert this, I can use modify break apart twice. So the shape will break, the text will break into the shape, and the masking is still there. So when I test my movie, same video in a different concept.